Hello students, as we are studying the joint stock company, in that first we are studying the various parts of a business organization, various forms of a business organization, right? Since limited liability partnership is a combination of both partnership and the joint stock company. Since we are studying the features of limited liability partnership, it means LLP. The LLP is a separate legal entity. It means in this type of partnership, partners and the LPP are different from each other. They are separated. They are not the same. And for LLP, there should be a minimum 2 members, 2 partners, and maximum there will be the no limit, as in the partnerships firm already we have studied that in the partnership firm maximum partners are 50 only, but in the LPP it will be a unlimited partners. For this, joining as a partner in the limited liability partnership, there will be no requirements of minimum capital contribution. It means there is a no limit or not a such limit that each and every partner should contribute such so and so amount of capital as per their wish, as per their and they can contribute for the capital. And this type of partnership firm is very easy and simple to form and operate. Again, in the LPP, the liability of each partner is limited to his share as written in the agreement. It means what? Suppose if a firm is in a bad condition, liability, it means what? Loan payable or the amount payable to the outsiders, right? Now suppose in this if a LPP, limited liability partnership firm, is going through a very bad condition, and that time each and every partner will contribute to bear that loss up to the his share in the LPP, which is given in the agreement, written in the agreement. Suppose if a partner is having the share of 5%, so he will bear the loss only up to the total loss 5%. It means suppose of a total loss of rupees 100 and his share in the LPP is 5%. So to bear that loss, he will pay only 5 rupees, not more than that, because his contribution is up to the 5%, right? It is the meaning of the liability of each partner is limited to his share as in written in the agreement. For this type of partnership firm, the cost of formation is very low. It means it does not require the huge investment, huge cost for the formation of this type of partnership. There is no restriction on joining and leaving of LPP as except stated in the partnership agreement. It means there is no certain rules and regulation to join for the LPP or to leave the LPP. And in this type of partnership firm, double taxation avoided. There is no tax on share of profit. It means whatever is the profit earned by the LPP, there will be no taxation on the profit earned in the LPP. So students, this is the limited liability partnership. Now we will move on to the next form, which is known as what? Cooperative society. In our society where we are staying, this word always we are hearing, but we are not knowing the meaning of this word. So students, now we will learn what is the meaning of cooperative society. A cooperative society is a voluntary association of a person formed to achieve an economic objective, right? A cooperative society is a voluntary association. Voluntary, it means what? As per the wish of the person, no need of compulsion. If a person want to join, he can join. It is the meaning of voluntary. Association is means two or more than two person. Voluntary association of a person form to achieve certain economic objectives. It is the nature of a cooperative organization is service oriented. It means to provide the services to the society at a large scale. The registration of a cooperative society is compulsory in our Maharashtra state under the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1960. Now we'll learn the features of cooperative society. The first, as in the meaning, as we have already studied, the registration of a cooperative society under the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1960, it is a compulsory. So first feature we can say that the registration of a cooperative society is a compulsory, and the membership of a cooperative society is open to all. It means everyone can come and join the cooperative society. The minimum number of members is 10. It means to form a cooperative society there should be a minimum 10 members requirement, and maximum there will be a no limit. The liability of a member of cooperative society is limited. Now again, since students remember one thing, liability, it means amount payable to outsiders. It means whatever is the amount payable by the cooperative society to the outsider, in that the share of each and every member is limited up to their share, right? It is the meaning of the liability of a member in a cooperative society is limited. It differs from other forms of organization as its aims is not maximization of profit but to provide services to its members. It means, as we have studied, each and every business organization is formed to earn the more and more maximum and maximum amount of profit, but these cooperative societies are basically formed to provide the services to the public or to the society. They are not as much interested, or their main motive is, main aim is to provide the service to the society. The organization enjoys independent legal status different from its members. It means what? The cooperative society has a different legal status and the members are a different. It means management and ownership both are different. The management of cooperative organization is democratic in nature. There is equality in voting right. They follow the principle of one member, one vote. It means what? As we are voting in our country, same way, one member, one vote. Each and every member has his own decision power. He can vote as per his thinking. It is the meaning of democratic nature. There is a control and supervision by the state government on the working of cooperative organization. It means this cooperative organization are managed or controlled and supervised by whom? So state government. So students, a sole trading concern, joint Hindu family business and partnership firm could not meet the requirement of a large scale business organization. All of them has, as we are already studying, sole trading, it means single person business, limited capital as a single person operating. Joint Hindu family business, it is a mainly family business, no other members are involved. Partnership firm, there is a limited partners, right? So due to all these reasons, they cannot match the requirement of a large scale business organization due to limited funds, no stability, unlimited liability, and lack of managerial ability. So, to overcome all these demerits, all this disadvantage, a joint stock company was established. So students, now we will study what is the meaning of joint stock company, what is the features of joint stock company. Since joint stock company is a more formal form of a business organization. For what? It is satisfying the requirement of modern industries. It is most convenient form of a business organization for conduct the business on a very large scale, right? This form of a business organization started in India in 18th century. There are different types of joint stock companies such as the public, private, government and statutory. Since as company means what? A group of individuals who are associated for a lawful common purpose or goal. It means what? When a group, more than 2, more than 5, which means a group of persons, individual, each and every person coming, joining, association, it means what? They are coming together for a lawful common purpose. A business, a common purpose, lawful, but thing, it is a lawful, right? It is known as what? Company. So the company, it means what? Group of persons, group of individuals who are associated for a lawful common purpose or a goal. This goal may include economic as well as non-economic objectives such as business, charity, research, sports, art, entertainment, right? And this type of company capital is invested by a large number of persons. Now capital, it means what? Total goods, cash or asset invested by the owner of a business into a business, it is known as what? Capital. A company is a voluntary association of a person for carrying some business and sharing the profit therefore, right? It means voluntary, as per the wish of a person, they are coming together, they are conducting the business and they are sharing the profit with each and other. It is known as what? Company. So the joint stock company, as the any number of person can join, so it can collect a huge capital for the business, and this capital is divided into a small number of individual units of a fixed amount, and it is known as what? Shares. It means what? Suppose if a company is started and the 10 lakhs is a capital. Now this 10 lakhs capital is divided into 10 rupees or 100 rupees till 10 lakhs. Now that 100 is a one unit, another 100 in the second unit, 100 rupees. So this is known as what? Shares. And the person who is purchasing that share is known as what? Shareholder. And these shareholders are a part of owner of a company. It means, suppose I can say the example of Reliance Industries Limited, right? This Reliance Industries Limited company is established. Now a single person cannot contribute the capital on lakhs or crores rupees. So what he will do? He started a business with rupees 1 crore, and he divided this 1 crore rupees into a 100 rupees. And suppose if you are purchasing that 100 rupees one share, so that 100 rupees is known as what? One share, right? And you are the shareholder of the company, you are the owner of the company. Shareholder is a part of owner of the company. The ownership of the company is with shareholders while it's day-to-day administrative, but it is operated in the hands of directors who are the elected representative of the shareholders, and the directors are collectively known as board of directors. Suppose in this Reliance Industries Limited, crores, or we can say that 1 lakh, 1 crore members, right? 1 crore shareholders. Now this 1 crore shareholders are scattered all over the country, all over the world, everywhere. They cannot join the office on day-to-day basis. They cannot look after the management of the company. So they are appointed a persons who is known as a director, who will look out the management on their behalf, right? And collectively these directors are known as what? Board of directors. And whatever is the profit earned by this company are divided into these shareholders, which is known as what? Dividend. As we are keeping our money into the bank and we are getting the interest on that amount, such a way when we are investing our money into a business, investing our money into a joint stock company in the form of a shares, on that shares each and every year company, whatever is the profit earned by that company, so in that profit the company is giving some part to us, which is known as what? Dividend. Or we can simply say that as we are getting the interest on the fixed deposit, same way we are getting the dividend on the investment in shares.